Thanks for joining us tonight. From the environment to the economy, the state's 2021 to 2023 budget will affect everyone as it maps out the future of our state.
And that's why the governor's office is hearing from people like you as they put together the next budget. Madeline O'Neill listened in on a virtual session. Maddie?
Well, hundreds of people joined in tonight to give comment on three main topics: the environment, the economy, and infrastructure. Governor Tony Evers calls the budget perhaps the most important policy document we have, saying it's equally important that we get everyone's input.
Welcome. Our numbers are increasing. We are at over 500 folks who are currently in the room.
They're Wisconsin residents telling the governor what they'd like to see going forward after a particularly difficult year.
Think about it, from recovering from an ongoing pandemic to expanding health care to addressing systemic racism.
Participants were broken up into smaller groups. We got to listen in on one as they discussed the session's three main topics.
What environmental issues matter most to you?
Everyday Wisconsinites brought up concerns about clean water and PFAS contamination, the need for clean, renewable energy, and climate change.
As a city council member, I'm finding more and more that climate change and the impacts of climate change are just making it financially burdensome to local communities in how we're responding to large weather events.
Many spoke about encouraging non-car transit, like biking and walking, leading into the next topic, infrastructure. We heard a push for more mass transit and expanded broadband to rural areas, especially with so many learning and working remotely.
I live out in the middle of nowhere, and I have very poor broadband, except connectivity. So I'd really like to encourage that we can expand that.
When it came to the final topic, the economy, a few speakers pushed for a raise in minimum wage.
If $15 an hour on the state level can't be guaranteed, at the very least, we absolutely need local controls that Milwaukee and Madison can implement the minimum wage conditions that workers desperately need to survive.
A thread of racial and social equity ran through comments on each of the three topics as the governor listened in on how the people of Wisconsin want to move forward.
We cannot thrive as a state without your leadership.
This was the second of 4 budget listening sessions. The next focuses on criminal justice reform on next Tuesday. You can submit comments anytime on the governor's website.